Well, howdy there, Pipe Pals. How you doing? Old Holy Smoking Pipe Padre, and I'm hoping I don't mess up again. You know, my little computer froze up on me in my latest little video offering. Anyway, I'm smoking my brand new Dunhill. It's beautiful, beautiful. I think this is just a... It's an interesting Dunhill, and I want to talk a little bit about it and just share some reflections about smoking my pipe there. Smoking some Penzance in this morning. Kind of a close second to Old Ironsides. Smoking early in the morning. I normally don't do that. Haven't even said Mass yet. I've got another 45 minutes and I'll go over and celebrate Mass, and then I've got a couple of appointments and got to go visit the school. And normally on a Wednesday I really don't like smoking because people will probably detect this morning that I've been, you know, do you smoke? Are you a smoker? You know, I was like, well, get over it, deal with it, you know. Part of this has kind of been prompted by Jay. I was going to try and talk about some personal reflections, without being too personal, that is. But I just think what I'll do is I'll stick to just talking about my new Dunhill, kind of the raison d'etre, why I purchased this pipe, and talk about some reflections or some video comments that I've gotten. By the way, many of you have been so gracious and kind, and I try to respond when I can. But there's been many of you who have introduced yourself. By the way, this is a couple shout outs. One, I want to say it's good to see In Death We Trust again. Really always liked your videos. I was kind of wondering where you're at. It's good to see you back there. And this is also a little shout out to our friend Miles, Asian Hombre. It's been a while since we've seen you, my friend. Where you at? Just wanted to let you know that I'm taking a leaf out of your book and Bruno's book. I'm ordering a Daft Lily 1 pipe. I can't wait until Giovanni gets it turned out for me. I'm sure it's going to be beautiful. So again, thanks to Asian Hombre and Bruno, and Miles, if you're out there, fire up the old video camera and let's see the Big Apple. You smoking some new pipe acquisitions or new exotic tobaccos that you're going by in the big city. Yeah. Anyway, kind of just kind of talking about life and life's difficulties, you know. And you know, I've been watching a lot of Jay's videos as we all do, and one thing about a pipe is when it starts to go out. I don't mean, you know, flame out or burn out. It's just that, you know, come to the end of the bowl, and it's kind of a sad thing because once you get it going, it's kind of like, man, I just don't want it to stop. You know, I've got things I want to talk about, and sometimes with the pipe. One of the things I like about this pipe is it's almost like a pointer. You know, it's like, you know, that's one of the things I like about this. It can just point so easily. Like, you know, my next point, what I want to make is this. You know, okay. My brother used to do that. Anyway, so I went out. I've been watching a lot of your videos, and a lot of you have been sporting the 7LE 320. Now, I got to be honest with you. It's not a pipe I probably would... I mean, it's a classic pipe shape. Don't get me wrong. I'm not ragging, or I'm not coming down on 7LE 320s. They're beautiful pipes. But it's not a style that I probably would go to as my first, you know, kind of style. And so, but I decided I was. Oh heck! Now I got I guess I need to get a new logic board for this thing. Yeah. So anyway, what was I going to say? I got sidetracked there with that little email pinging at me. So I thought everybody's got one. It seems like everybody's got one. Maybe I'll, go to the briar patch and just buy a pipe. I was in one of those. I won't go into this now, but just one of those lost periods in my life where I've just kind of like going, we used to have a saying in the military, he's hating life, when you're going through grueling things, problems, and you're just hating life, life's painful, it's difficult, and then, going through a rough patch and all that, So anyway, I thought, well, I'll just clear the air and just go away for a couple hours and just go out to the briar patch. They have that beautiful lounge there, and I said, that's what I'm going to do. That's what I'm going to do. So I did. I went out there, and I was looking for a 79320, and Sean and Chris tried to help me. And they showed me some 790s. They showed me a Jacopo pipe, which was very beautiful, beautiful silver work, but it was a little on the heavy side, and it was probably a little bit more to my liking than, say, the 79320. And so I said, just for grins, I said, you got any new estate Dunhills or any new Dunhills? And they said, well, we did. And he pulled out a whole bunch of these guys, and this one here just showed up. Now, this is not a bulldog. I think Sean nailed it. It's what we call a squash tomato. It's not a Rhodesian, but it's a very unique pipe. And I love the stiletto. This part here. This kind of like a stiletto. I just love it. Normally, I wouldn't really go for a shape like this because it's just a little bit too unique, and yet it's right there on the edge for me. I mean, Dunhills are pretty, well, they can be some of the newer Dunhills, and even some of the older ones. And this is from 1960, as I said yesterday. And so this was kind of like a real, a little avant-garde for Dunhill, I think. This particular style and shape, And I just thought, wow, that is just so unique. And that's why I liked it. I normally wouldn't, I have another pipe. Well, I won't try and dig it out now. It's similar to this, but it doesn't smoke good. I think I don't know what brand it is. It was it wasn't that expensive when I bought it. And one of the few pipes that I bought that I go, it really wasn't a good pipe. Maybe somebody could ream it out and, make a better draw or something on it. Draw there, pilgrim. Okay, get that out of my system. Now, Mark, you know who I'm talking about when I say draw there. Okay, making change. Check them out, Young Pipe Pops. But anyway, so I bought this, and I really do enjoy it. I love the Dunhills. I just, in fact, this actually, I was looking at a couple of the other ones that I have, and this, I believe, is part of a collection. And I got the other one. In fact, the other one, I think, is the actual bulldog. Now, some of you, as I think I earlier alluded to, have been very gracious and kind in your comments on my videos. Thank you so much. I try to respond when I can. But a few of you are new to the hobby, or you're trying to come back to it. You're kind of, well, you've been watching the videos, and you're actually smoking a pipe, trying to get back into the hobby. And people say, well, I just don't really taste. You guys go on and on about how delicious these tobaccos are, and I just don't taste anything. No, don't despair. Don't be discouraged. It's not like, I think I've talked about this before. One of my earlier videos called Holy Smoke Tasting. It is an acquired art or taste of whatever And I remember when I first started smoking pipe when I was 17, I was in the Marine Corps a long time ago, early Devonian period. And, but there was something, maybe it was the mystique of the pipe that got me in the beginning. I think that got me, my brother used to smoke a pipe and thought he was pretty cool doing it. But I do remember that learning to taste the tobacco was a process. It was kind of a pain. It was not a painful process, really, unless you got cheap tobaccos and you got tongue bite. Then it was. But there was flavors that you would get in tobacco, pipe smoking, that you just wouldn't get anywhere else, and they were subtle. And I think you really experience that when you put the pipe down for a little period of time, whether it's, whatever, and you come back to it. And I remember really enjoying a wonderful English blend. I believe it was a tinderbox blend. This goes back 25 years ago. And it was a Peterson. I just bought a Peterson. And I was in a place where I was actually starting seminary. Actually, I was living in a rectory with an old Monsignor who was a reformed smoker, and they're the worst. And no smoking, and all these no smoking signs throughout the house. And it was kind of almost oppressive. And but I remember getting this pipe and just enjoying it, but I was kind of like, you can't smoke in the rectory there. Because Monsignor will, call out his cousin Vinny from, New Jersey, and they'll put a contract out on you. They'll find you floating them with the fishes, And so anyway, I remember having to go outside and, late at night or whatever, and light my pipe, And I remember the first few tastes of that rich English tobacco were heavenly, were delicious. And again, it's something you learn to detect and appreciate. So don't make the mistake of thinking you're going to smoke a pipe and it's going to, taste just like when people talk about, Christmas cookie and, blackberry cobbler, or, some of those aromatic blends, or heavily cased blends, or, English blends. Yeah, don't be discouraged. You go, well, I don't taste that. All I taste is kind of like, smoke. Well, yeah. But you begin to detect the subtle flavors in the smoke, and it's very comforting, I find. I sat in the little lounge there at Lohman's yesterday. Again, I want to thank the great staff out there. Guys, you're wonderful. And it was just enjoyable, So, when you buy a pipe, it's a real personal choice. I'm happy with this choice. Again, to be honest with you, I'm not a real big fan of something like this, except that it works in this particular pipe. It's very unique. And I really do find this to be a wonderful addition to my little Dunhill collection. And I just wanted to share it with you. And a few of my little thoughts today. So, as I like to say from time to time, light up your world. Light up your pipe. We'll see you now.